Cheers, everybody. Today's mission is to win this as white. We have a knight here, so a knight up for this pawn, which is going downwards. And when I looked at this, I thought I solved it in 2 seconds, but it turned out it was a little bit harder than that. So you should give it a try yourself and see if you can find the full variation, including all defenses for black, and end up with a winning position for white. So pause the video now and see if you can fix this one on your own. Go ahead. Okay, welcome. So what are we looking at? Starting with a check here. Well, doesn't give us much. The king comes up to d2 and he will be able to escape. And this pawn is too dangerous for us to handle, so we are not going to win this. Instead, we can try something like this, trying to get this king checkmated. But actually, it turns out black can just move the king here to e1. I think he also can give a check here. Yeah, that would be enough also, even though we can get a knight in between with a check. The king will escape to c1, and then from there going out. So it's the obvious move. That is the first correct move, which is of course rook to a1 check. And I think we all looked at that. Black has two options with his king, c2 or e2. If it goes to c2, it's of course a very easy win. Knight e3 check, and followed by wherever it goes, that we simply just grab this rook and winning quick. But the thing is, after we check and the king comes to e2, now it is the correct move, which is also the obvious one, to sacrifice the knight here for a check. It's a fork unless it takes it, but it's also a discovered threat to the rook. But the thing is now, black will take. And if we now take the rook, this is just a draw. Black can either go with the king or just push the pawn right away, and our king is too far away to stop this, so this is just a draw. So we cannot take the rook after black takes our knight on g3. Instead, we have to find something else. So if you've made it this far and thought that this was the winning variation, now you have to think again, so you can get a chance to pause the video again. Okay, did you see it? Yes, we have to go up to a2 and check again. And why is that? Well, because we're setting a checkmate net here. If the king comes to f1 and he wants to escape to g3, then we will simply play king f3, threatening the checkmate. If the king comes to g1 and we want to go up here, well, then we simply take the pawn. And then we are, of course, threatening the checkmate here. The black rook can move anywhere, followed by a checkmate, or he will sacrifice the rook to get a few extra moves, or play the king to f1 to get a few extra moves like this. But of course, it's winning for white in any case. Okay. So after this and rook a2, the black king's best defense is actually to go to d1. This looks ridiculous, because then you think, well, can we just check here and get the rook? Well, he is going to go back to e2, and again, we cannot take this rook. It was the same situation we looked at before. So after king d1, the rook a1 check is not the right move. Instead, we have to do something else. And that is, of course, now this pawn is playing in our favor, because we can go to king with the king to d3, and this is in the way. The black rook cannot check. Instead, we are threatening checkmate. And if it tries to go to this way, well, then of course we just grab the rook, and this pawn is no problem for us. So after king d3, black's only chance to hang on is to work his king towards his rook, and then we will just follow. And now again, if it goes back, then this is of course winning. And instead, if it goes to f1, we just follow with the king. One more step, and now we grab it. And we looked at this before. This is a win from here. So this is how you win this as white. So a small recap from the beginning. Let's show. Check, king e2, knight check, take. We do not take the rook. Instead, we play rook a2 check, king d1, and then we do the king dance like this all the way up to here, and then black will resign. We win this as white, and we had a great day. I hope you will do the same, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.